If all storytellers and writers were forced to live in exactly the same circumstances, what kind of stories would they write? Clear logic. Your choice same is sound and 100% true. Identify the picture and tell which state does the dish belong to. Right again. Maharashtra is a valid answer. Because of various influences, people in Kerala practice different religions such as Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism. Solid response. Historical is a valid choice. Identify the dance style depicted in the picture. You chose need, and it is correct. A person from Mahar caste could only engage in cleaning the garbage and clearing dead carcasses from the village. It is an example of dash. Smart move. Caste-based discrimination is an accurate answer. Who composed India's national anthem? You're right. Rabindranath Tagore is the correct answer. A woman is weaving a shawl. Correct response. Pashmina is the most accurate answer. Identify this image. Valid point. Chaina Valafizing net is true. The customs, beliefs and art, way of life and social organization of a particular area or region called dash. Nice work. You chose culture, and it is correct. A situation in which a person does not have enough resources and opportunities available to other persons. Nicely done. Inequality is a solid answer. Which coastal state in India is famous for spices like pepper, cloves, and cardamoms grown on its hills? Great job. Kerala is the accurate answer. The discovered the sea route to India from Europe when Vasco da Gama landed with his ship here. Well done. Portuguese is the right choice. The total number of languages enlisted in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India are... Bravo, 20 is the answer. Which of the given below can be considered as example of unity of diversity among Indians? Great thinking. Celebrating all festivals is the right choice. The fishing net used in Kerala look exactly like the Chinese finishing nets and are called. Correct. Chinian is the right answer. Do historical and geographical difference in a place affect the diversity of a place? Excellent. True is a brilliant choice. In Kerala, a number of spices are grown on the hills. Is this statement true or false? Sharp thinking. True is the right choice. Samir goes to temple and Samir goes to mosque. What type of diversity it shows? Well reasoned. Religious is the correct choice. Mawsynram, the land of highest rainfall, is located in which of the following state? Good job. Your answer, Meghalaya, works well here. The Apostle of Christ, Thomas, is credited with bringing Christianity to India. You got it? Your choice true is right. The understanding that different people have different beliefs and customs is dash. Excellent choice. Culture is the right answer. What are the fishing nets in Kerala known as, and from where they have originated? Perfect. China Vala, Chinese is the correct choice. It was Dash who coined the phrase, unity in diversity, to describe the country. Exactly. Jawaharlal Nehru makes sense and it is right choice.
There are more than dash languages and even more dialects being spoken in India.
Good thinking. 1600 is the right answer.
Dash are created when people fail to appreciate the differences in each other.
On track. Stereotypes is the correct answer.
Ladakh is a dash in the mountains in the eastern part of Jammu and Kashmir.
Well picked. Desert is the correct answer.
Who wrote a travelogue in which description of lives of Muslims are there?
Nice selection. Ibn Battuta is the correct and valid answer.
Gandhiji coined the phrase "unity in diversity" to describe the country.
Smart pick. False is the correct choice.
Which national epic is sung and performed by both Muslims and Buddhists? Right choice. Saffron Saga is the best answer. The boat race is an important part of Dash festival celebrated in Kerala.
Strong choice. Onam is the right answer.
Samirek goes to school. Samir do sells newspaper. This an example of.
Right again. Both poverty and inequality is a valid answer.
The Tibetan national epic, the Kasar Saga, are performed and sung by both.
Clear logic. Your choice, Muslims and Buddhists, is sound and 100% true.
Who were the most respected community when Ibn Battuta came to India?
Exactly. Muslims make sense and it is right choice.
When someone judges another person in a negative way, it is called dash.
Smart move. Prejudice is an accurate answer.
Oneness despite of diversity in emotions and patriotism is called dash.
Excellent choice. Unity is the right answer.
A country's customs, religions, arts, and history constitute its dash.
Right choice. Culture is the best answer.
Which of the following helps in maintaining political unity in India?
Bravo. Indian Constitution is the answer.
Diversity means variety and being different. Is this true or false?
You're right. True is the correct answer.
Inequality comes when a person does not have access to dash and dash.
Well-reasoned. Resources, opportunities is the correct choice.
Which union territory in India is known for its cold desert climate?
Correct response. Ladakh is the most accurate answer.
Kerala is surrounded by dash on one side and dash on the other side.
Sharp thinking. Hills, C is the right choice.
The dash of country is its custom, religions, music, and even dances.
Valid point. Culture is true.
Dash occurs when people judge one another based on faulty knowledge.
Strong choice. Prejudice is the right answer.
On which source do the people of Ladakh depends for drinking water? You chose melting snow, and it is correct. Ladakh and Kerala are influenced by both Chinese and dash traders.
Good thinking. Arab is the right answer.
When people travel to other places, dash of cultures takes place.
Nice work. You chose intermixing and it is correct.
The Constitution of India declares India to be a secular nation.
on track. True is the correct answer. How many languages were recognized by the Indian Constitution? Good job. Your answer 22 works well here. The Dashi system is another example of inequality in society. Solid response. Case system is a valid choice.
The main occupation of people in the Indo-Gangetic plain is
Correct. Animal husbandry and agriculture is the right answer. In India, Dasha languages are recognized by the Constitution. Great thinking. 22 is the right choice. In Jharkhand, many Adivasis say dash to greet each other. Excellent. Johar is a brilliant choice. Pashmina shawl is produced by which of the following state? You got it? Your choice, Ladakh, is right. A large section of the population of our country is dash. Well picked. Below poverty line is the correct answer.
The Discovery of India is written by Jawaharlal Nehru.
Nice selection. True is the correct and valid answer.
The desert that lies to the east of Jammu and Kashmir is
Perfect. Ladakh is the correct choice. History and geography influences the culture of a place. Well done. True is the right choice. Which one of the given product is cultivated in Ladakh? Nicely done. Wool is a solid answer. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are located in which ocean? Smart pick. Bay of Bengal is the correct choice. In India, people have freedom to choose their religion. Great job. True is the accurate answer. Differences among people on cultural basis is known as. You're right. Cultural diversity is the correct answer. Both Kerala and Ladakh regions were influenced by Daesh. Exactly. Chinese and Arab traders make sense, and it is right choice. Historical and geographical factors influence regional. Correct. Diversity is the right answer. The boat race is an important part of which festival? Well picked. Onam is the correct answer. In which city of India is Jallianwala Bagh situated? Valid point. Amritsar is true. Which of the following influences a region's culture? Smart move. History is an accurate answer. Elections are a feature of which type of government? Poor. You chose democratic, and it is correct. How are Kerala and Ladakh different from each other? Good job. Your answer geographical features works well here. What is the name of the fishing nets used in Kerala? Bravo. Chinian is the answer. Name the state located in southwest corner of India. Correct response. Kerala is the most accurate answer. For what purpose did Dr. Bir Ambedkar go to England? Nice work. You chose to become a lawyer, and it is correct. More than dash a languages are being spoken in India? Great job. 800 is the accurate answer. More than dash languages are spoken in our country. Nicely done is a solid answer. The utensils used for frying chinavala are called. Well done. Chanachati is the right choice.
How many years ago was Islam introduced in Ladakh? Strong choice. 400 years ago is the right answer. Dash is a state in the southwest corner of India. Excellent. Kerala is a brilliant choice. Habitat is associated with the dash one lives in.
Well reasoned. Geographical area is the correct choice.
Name the religion which reached Tibet via Ladakh. Nice selection. Buddhism is the correct and valid answer. Economic activities of an area are influenced by. Excellent choice. Geographical conditions is the right answer.
Dash is the famous festival celebrated in Kerala.
Good thinking. Onam is the right answer.
Prejudice may lead to conflict and discrimination.
Perfect. True is the correct choice. How many officially recognized languages in India? Solid response. 22 is a valid choice. The Discovery of India book was written by Dash. Sharp thinking. Jawaharlal Nehru is the right choice. There are no variations in the geography of India. Right again. False is a valid answer. The utensils used for frying in Kerala is called. You got it. Your choice, Chinnachatti, is right. Discrimination on the basis of color is called.
Great thinking. Apartheid is the right choice. How many physical divisions are there in India?
Clear logic. Your choice 6 is sound and 100% true. Which region state produces the Pashmina wool? Right choice. Ladakh is the best answer. Where equal respect is given to all religions.
On track. Secular is the correct answer.
The phrase unity in diversity was coined by? Smart pick. Jawaharlal Nehru is the correct choice. There are only 3 languages spoken in India. Well reasoned. False is the correct choice.
Diversity can lead to dashter and discrimination.
Excellent. Prejudice is a brilliant choice. Ladakh was not considered as a god trade route. Valid point. False is true. We should all tell that we are one despite all. Right again. Differences is a valid answer. Fought for the weaker sections of the society. Well picked. Bar Ambedkar is the correct answer. People who write stories get their ideas from. You're right. All of above is the correct answer. What is not an example of unity in diversity? Correct. Different festivals is the right answer. The British discovered the sea route to India. Nice work. You chose false, and it is correct. The book written by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. On track. The Discovery of India is the correct answer.
How many years did Thomas came to India?
Great thinking. 2,000 years ago is the right choice. Who wrote the book? The Discovery of India? Perfect. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru is the correct choice. The book, Discovery of India, was written by. Right choice. Jawaharlal Nehru is the best answer.
In which state Lori festival is celebrated?
Clear logic. Your choice, Punjab, is sound and 100% true. Who coined the phrase unity in diversity? Bravo. P.T. Jawaharlal Nehru is the answer.
Dash is sung by both Muslims and Buddhists.
Smart move. Saffron saga is an accurate answer.
Samir Du thought Samir Eki did not know Dash.
Good job. Your answer Hindi works well here.
In which city is Jallianwala Bagh located?
Sharp thinking. Amritsar is the right choice.
The Discovery of Indias is a book by Dash.
Strong choice. Jawaharlal Nehru is the right answer.
Custom, religion, dance, music comes under. Nicely done. Culture is a solid answer.
Kerala has hilly regions on the east side. Nice selection. False is the correct and valid answer.
Samir Ek was a dash and Samir Du was dash.
Excellent choice. Hindu, Muslim is the right answer.
The total physical divisions in India are.
Correct response. 6 is the most accurate answer.
The state in the southwest part of India.
Smart pick. Kerala is the correct choice.
Indian freedom struggle is an example of.
You chose unity in diversity, and it is correct.
Tick good example for unity in diversity.
Exactly. Indian freedom struggle makes sense, and it is right choice.
Differences in language is known as dash.
You got it? Your choice linguistic diversity is right.
Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in.
Well done. Amritsar is the right choice.
Chinese fishing net in Kerala is called.
Good thinking. Chinawala is the right answer.
Chinese-looking fishing nets are called. Solid response. Chinian is a valid choice. Which region is called Little Tibet?
Great job. Ladakh is the accurate answer.
State true or false? Ladakh is a desert.
Smart pick. True is the correct choice.
Differences in wealth is known as dash.
Right again. Economic diversity is a valid answer.
Where is Jallianwala Bagh situated in?
Well reasoned. Amritsar is the correct choice.
Fixing people into one image is called.
Perfect. Stereotype is the correct choice.
National Anthem of India is written by.
Great job. Rabindranath Tagore is the accurate answer.
Kisa Saga is a famous dash of Ladakh.
Well picked. Epic is the correct answer.
Which caste does Samir Du belong to?
Great thinking. Muslim is the right choice.
India is a land of unity in diversity.
Valid point. True is true.
The Pashmina shawls are woven in dash.
Sharp thinking. Jammu and Kashmir is the right choice.
India's national anthem composed by.
Strong choice. Rabindranath Tagore is the right answer.
Frying vessels in Kerala is known as.
Nicely done. China Chatty is a solid answer. In which state people speaks Marathi?
Good thinking. Maharashtra is the right answer.
Buddhism was spread in China through.
Excellent. Little Tibet is a brilliant choice.
Which language does Samir do speak?
You got it. Your choice Hindi is right.
Main population of Ladakh consist of.
You're right. Muslim and Buddhist is the correct answer.
Diversity teaches us to be tolerant.
Correct. True is the right answer.
Agriculture in India depends on its.
Nice work. You chose geography, and it is correct.
All Indians speak the same language. Correct response. False is the most accurate answer.
Which place produces pashmina wool?
Excellent choice.
Ladakh is the right answer.
Where are he pashmina shawls woven? Good job. Your answer in Kashmir works well here. Who wrote India's national anthem?
Well done. Rabindranath Tagore is the right choice.
The Tibetan national epic is called.
You chose Saffron Saga, and it is correct.
What does wealth sometimes create?
Solid response. Economic differences is a valid choice.
India's diversity is its strength.
Bravo. True is the answer.
Our national anthem is composed by.
Clear logic. Your choice Rabindranath Tagore is sound and 100% true.
People traveled in search of dash.
Smart move. New lands and people is an accurate answer.
The caste system is a form of dash.
Exactly. Inequality due to discrimination makes sense, and it is right choice.
All Indians are one despite their.
Right choice. Differences is the best answer.
What is meant by term diversity?
On track. Difference is the correct answer.
Ladakh is famous for pashmina wool.
Nice selection. True is the correct and valid answer.
Diversity adds variety to our life.
Correct response. True is the most accurate answer.
Who composed our national anthem?
Perfect. Rabindranath Tagore is the correct choice.
A festival shared by religions is.
You're right. Independence Day is the correct answer.
Onam is celebrated in which state?
Well picked. Kerala is the correct answer.
Pongal is the harvest festival of.
Right choice. Tamil Nadu is the best answer.
What is the other name of Zeus?
Well reasoned. Yak cows is the correct choice.
Kerala is well known for its dash.
Nice work. You chose spices and it is correct.
Father of Indian Constitution is.
Sharp thinking. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar is the right choice.
In Kerala, who introduced Islam?
Exactly. Arabs make sense and it is right choice.
Harvesting festival of Tamil Nadu.
Smart pick. Pongal is the correct choice.
The oldest religion in India is.
You chose Hinduism, and it is correct. Prejudice means to judge others. Excellent choice. Negatively is the right answer, which is the product of Ladakh. Well done. Wool is the right choice, which is Tibetan national epic. Solid response. Sega is a valid choice. In which state Dokla is famous? Nicely done. Gujarat is a solid answer. India is a perfect example of great thinking. Unity in diversity is the right choice. Where is Pashmina shawl made? Right again. Jammu and Kashmir is a valid answer. When we fix people in an image. Smart move. Stereotypes is an accurate answer. Name a cold desert of India. Great job. Ladakh is the accurate answer. What is Ladakh's specialty? Excellent. Pashmina wool is a brilliant choice. Due to diversity, we should. You got it. Your choice, be united, is right. Pashmina shawls are made in. Nice selection. Kashmir is the correct and valid answer. The word unity in diversity. Good thinking. Jawaharlal Nehru is the right answer. In dash women wear fennec. Bravo. Manipur is the answer. Ladakh is in which region? Correct. North is the right answer. And the free Galiola by. Strong choice. Amritsar is the right answer. Diversity makes our lives. Valid point. Interesting is true. Ladakh is also called dash. Clear logic. Your choice Little Tibet is sound and 100% true. Samir is another name for. Good job. Your answer Hanumanji's father works well here. Kerala is famous for dash. On track. Spices is the correct answer. China value ice that dash. Well picked. Fishing net is the correct answer. India is known as a dash. Well reasoned. Subcontinent is the correct choice. Muslim offers prayers in. Good job. Your answer mosque works well here. Diversity is not due to. You chose similarity, and it is correct. Ladakh is also known as. Nicely done. Little Tibet is a solid answer. India is a dash country. Good thinking. Secular is the right answer. What does Samiraki do? Exactly. Sells the newspapers makes sense, and it is right choice. What does Samir do? Well done. Sells newspapers is the right choice. What does crying mean? Right again. A sign of weakness is a valid answer. People in Ladakh keep. You're right. Sheep is the correct answer. Onam is celebrated in. On track. Kerala is the correct answer. Diversity refers to. Nice selection. Variety due to differences is the correct and valid answer. Who discovered India? Perfect. Vasco da Gama is the correct choice. What is China Chatti? Right choice. Utensil is the best answer. Ladakh's capital is? Correct response. With is the most accurate answer. Ladakh is known as?
Excellent. Little Tibet is a brilliant choice.
What is diversity? Smart pick. Variety is the correct choice. What is China net? Clear logic. Your choice fishing net is sound and 100% true. Ladakh is a dash. Sharp thinking. Cold desert is the right choice. Diversity means?
Solid response. Being different is a valid choice.
Samir Du was a smart move. Muslim is an accurate answer. Expensive wool. Strong choice. Pashmina wool is the right answer.
What is does? You got it? Your choice A type of yak cow is right.
Unity and dash. Nice work. You chose diversity and it is correct. Ladakh is a bravo. Cold desert is the answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Great thinking. Contact Narayan Chengda on Facebook is the right choice.